Hey, second grade friends, this is video 2 for Saxon Phonics Lesson 12. We're going to do some review words today to remind your brains about what we've done so far. And these review words have to do with this picture card here. And that is duck, okay? And if you remember the spelling rule that we've learned so far, that k can be represented in many different ways. And we practiced CKs in the final position when it's following a short vowel. And here's the digraph CK card. Our first digraph. 2 letters go together to make one sound. You don't look at this and say k. It's just one k, okay? So let's practice some of these words. The first word is a color word. Number 1 is black. Repeat black. Good. Go ahead and write black. I'd love for you to say it out loud. That's really important for your mouth to get in position, for you to be able to hear the sounds. A nice BL blend there at the beginning. Black is spelled B-L-A, and there's your CK in the final position after a short vowel. Next is number 2, clock. Repeat clock. Good, go ahead, clock. All right, friends, check your clock with mine. Clock is spelled C-L-O-C-K. I know the C-K in the final position k, because of the short O sound, like octopus, ah. Number 3 is trick. Hopefully we'll be saying trick or treat very soon here. Trick. Remember, I'm right-handed, so I'm representing this like a right-handed student would do in finger spelling. T, I. One finger, one sound. K. The k is represented by a CK. So go ahead and check your work with mine. And sight words is going to be next. Remember, these are memorized by sight. Please repeat 2. Repeat 2. Now this kind of 2, you'll see there are 2 blanks. This kind of 2 is if you go in, you go to the store, or you go to school, or to McDonald's. Let's go ahead and write number 4. Then check with mine, kiddos. T-O spells 2. Number 5 is a number word, and it's 8. Repeat 8. Good. This is a tough number to write. Go ahead and write it. And then check with mine. All right, the sight word 8 is spelled E-I-G-H-T, just off to the side. If you're writing like a 8 cookies, that's a fair word. It's a sneaky E word. 8 follows the phonics rules. But this is the number word 8, and it doesn't follow all the word rules, so that's why it's a sight word. Number 6 is 4, the number 4. Go ahead and repeat 4. Good, write it. And then check with mine. F-O-U-R spells 4. I'd like you to read and spell with your teacher at home, both of these columns, and we're going to go ahead and move on. Just to remind you about yesterday's lesson, here is your spelling rule. The final k spelling rules. When do you know it's CK? When do you know it's C? When do you know it's KE? And when do you know it's just K? Well, we're just going to focus on the first one today to review. When the k is in the final position, you represent it with CK after a short vowel. And we looked at the words like black and duck and lock as an example. Some other things that we looked at were these words. Back, we know just had a short breathed A because it was followed by a consonant, which is why we knew it was CK. Lock, tuck, and neck. When you're coding CK, you only hear one k. So that's why the silent letter, the C, is crossed out when coding, and we underline the digraphs, okay? Well, today we're going to learn a new digraph, and it's one of my favorites. You see it a lot, which is why it's one of my favorites. This is digraph TH. Repeat that with me. Digraph TH. Very good. Digraph TH. Well, digraph TH can make two sounds. Let me show you. Here's the picture cards. If you've ever sewn before or used a needle and thread, you might know that this is a thimble. A thimble goes on your finger, so if you get poked on accident, it doesn't hurt you or cut you or make you bleed. A thimble has the TH represented by th. Repeat that sound. Th. Good. Your tongue is on the top of your front teeth. Now, this TH sound, which is the second choice, usually the TH makes the th like thimble. It's th, th. So feather has the TH represented by the th voiced sound. So put your hand on your neck and make the sound th. Do you feel how your neck vibrates? Now do th. It doesn't do that. We call that a voiced TH because you can feel your voice box in your neck vibrate as you do it. So there's two sounds, like thimble, and the voiced sound, like feather. Okay? And that's what we're going to focus on today, but I want to talk to you a little bit about that. Show you some words and all that good stuff. I'll bend this over, get a blank surface here. All right, so we're going to repeat and do a couple of these sounds. I've already told you what we're focusing on this week. I'd like you to repeat these words after me. Repeat than, than. Repeat them, them. And repeat this. What sound do you hear in the initial position? I hear a th. Very good. I'm going to write the words down and I'm going to ask you, what do you think is representing that th sound? Than, them, and this. In the initial position, th is represented by the TH, digraph TH. So I'm going to underline the digraph TH. Than, them, and this is the voiced TH. All right, now echo these words with me, friends. Math. Repeat math. Good, math. Repeat moth. Moth, very good. And repeat path. Path, very good. So after you've echoed these words, your mouth can really help you know what sound is being made according to where your tongue is, where your mouth is. And with math and moth and path, you know your tongue is under your front teeth. So what do those words all have in common? They have the th sound. Very good. Let me show you what they look like. Math looks like this. Moth, like the insect, looks like that. And path. Okay? What two letters represent the th sound in the final position of these words? Good, digraph TH again, so we're going to underline them. Okay? All right, we're moving on. Let's go ahead. I want to tell you, sometimes it's very difficult when looking at words to know when it's a voiced th or when it's a th like thimble. Most of the time it's th like thimble. It's not always easy to tell whether the letters TH will make the voiced or the unvoiced sound, but usually if the letters are in the middle of a word, they will make the voiced th like feather. If they're at the end of the word, they will make the unvoiced sound like th. If the letters are in the beginning of a word, they can make either sound. However, you should try the voiced sound first because more words have the voiced sound. If the word doesn't sound right, try the unvoiced sound. Okay? And what kind of digraph is this? It's not a vowel digraph, it's a consonant digraph. Very good. I think I told you earlier the wrong thing. So I told you the first sound would be th, but the first sound is th. I said it backwards. So try the th sound, the voiced sound before the unvoiced th. Okay, and the way we would code the rest of these words is all the vowels are followed by consonants. So we're going to breathe the vowels. Okay. And I already showed you the cards. And I'm going to repeat since I think I was a little bit confusing there. So when you see TH in a word, you know it's a consonant digraph. But what you're not sure of technically is which sound it makes. I'm going to repeat. This is the voiced th, and the th is unvoiced. Okay, let me read the rule to you again. Usually if the letters are in the middle of the word, they will make the voiced sound. And if they're at the end of the word, they will make the unvoiced sound, like math and moth. If the letters are in the beginning of a word, it can be either choice. However, you should try the voiced first because most of them are voiced. Okay, I'm sorry I said that backwards at the beginning. So I think we're going to go ahead and do the page for the day. We're going to go ahead and go to worksheet number 12. It looks like this. And we're going to work through it together. Let's take a look at number 1. We have a T, an H, an I, and a CK. It reminds us that we're working with the digraph TH at the top, but it's also going to be reviewing some other things as well. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So I see the digraph TH and a digraph CK. So I'm going to underline both of those. I see a vowel, which is followed by a consonant. So I'm going to breathe that I. Okay. Also, we need to cross out the C. That's the silent letter in the digraph CK. Okay. And this word is thick. Thick. Very thick. Not thin, but thick. There's no picture of thick. Okay, remember why we code. We code it until we know it. So we code it until we can read the word. Number 2 is WITH. Take a look at that word. I see a digraph, TH. I know digraphs are 2 letters that make one sound. We underline digraphs. I see a vowel, which always need to be coded, and if a vowel is followed by a consonant, it's breathed. And I know the W is just a consonant with no code, so it's W, like wagon. W, if, with. I go to the movies with my family, with. No picture for that one. Number 3, PATH. I see that digraph TH. I'm going to breathe the short sound of A like ah. The word is path. Path. Real quickly. Path. Good. And you can see there's a path to this house. Number 4, ROCK. I see digraph CK. I'm going to underline it because it's a digraph. Cross out the C because it's a silent letter. Breathe the O, and I know this word is rock. Rock. Go ahead and do the line. Okay. Now for number 5, we are going to underline the TH. Now there's no consonant after this E. This is the long E sound, like E. So I'm going to macron and I'm going to accent it. It's the, like when you're reading a story or a fairy tale and they say the end. Okay. Number 6, I see there's 2 vowels. So we're going to vowel the A and vowel the O. Code in between with 2 consonants. Where's the division line go when you have a VCCV pattern? Between the consonants. There you go. And both of these vowels are followed by consonants, so we're going to breathe them. And K back that C. This syllable is mass, and this is cot. And together it makes mascot. Bath has a mascot, and it's the Wildcats. And that's all of your words on this page. Give you a minute to catch up. That was kind of fast. And we're going to sneak back to the page before and look at the new words. The new words today are that, voiced in the beginning position. At. Make sure you have that written down. The new word with the new sound for number 8 is then. I'm going to brush my teeth, then I'll head out to school. Then. Voiced. Then. And number 9, bath. Now this is like you take a tub, but you take a bathtub. If it was Bath Elementary, we would put a capital B there. But bath, the th is in the final position, and that's represented by the unvoiced T and H. So those are your new words today. So I hope you're able to figure out all of the different ways to represent, use the